Asta versus the Necromancer, Rades has been a true test of his strength. Like, even if he's already got a brand new power, it just goes to show that, yeah, that's nearly not even enough to deal with this kind of foe, as he's only taken a chunk of his power out, and still, like, this guy is getting Asta a bit of a run through his money, so it's nice to finally see a villain finally doing that against someone in Black Clover. As I mentioned as well, like, as I've been going on throughout the entirety of this arc, what I like about this arc is that, you know, everyone gets a moment to shine, everyone's, like, going against, regardless, even if it is just these zombies, like, roaming around everywhere, going, like, just go, right, you do get to see, like, more of, like, sound like, here's some of what these other wizards do, here's how they kind of act around this scenario. Like, you get to see the entirety of, like, Fagolion and Leo, like, them, like, just incinerating. You can just see the clear difference from, like, what we've been seeing with, like, Noelle, from what we've been seeing of any of the Black Bulls. You get to see what a captain, what, like, a kind of, like, second in command, like, someone like Leo can do, like, what kind of these higher ranked knights can actually accomplish, like, especially when it was up to the case of, like, you look at Noelle, and then you clearly compare her to, like, her brother, Nozzle, like, you compare to her sister and her other brothers, like, these guys clearly are fucking foes to be reckoned with, and they are decimating, like, the entirety of Rades' force. Like, it was barely even like a tenth of these guys when they were going for it. Even as well with some of the Golden Dawn members, you get to see one of the guys had, like, glass creation and he was just shredding them to pieces. We had the guy that pretty much has the Bleach version of, like, Komamura's Bankai, like, Temgemyo, like, where it just slams down to the ground and he can control it like a suit of armor. Like, you got all of these, like, characters going in, and I would say that was, like, a good, I'd like to say that was a good chunk of the episode, seeing everyone's souls as well, like the Roses as well, the captain going in, like, just pulling out her whip and just, like, annihilating with, like, these, like, life soul, like, sucking, like, plants that she was able to kind of, like, conjure around. Like, so many opponents going around this area. And then when we finally got to get to see a little bit with Asta versus Rades, like, he was having a hard time as he has his elite, like, zombies from what we're seeing. We got one which, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like how the voice actor started. He goes, Jimmy! Like, come out, Jimmy, this plain fucking name for, like, for an enemy ability, I guess, or a person. Hey, here's my name. Here's Jimmy, here's Franco, here's, like, here's Matt, here's fucking, like, Tom, like, let's just get the whole fucking crew out. Like, considering that you're so used to, like, you know, big fucking names in franchise, or like, you're, like, in anime as well, it's like, ooh, that sounds interesting. It's like, nah, here's Frankie, here's fucking Tom, here's Matt, here's Jimmy, it's like, here's all these, just, these random blokes off the street that he got for fucking, like, for his opponents. Although you do get to see, like, one of the things that you notice is that one attack that he did do to Asta was, like, this attack that, like, just turned his face, like, in, like, all black here, and it's like, you're not gonna stop bleeding throughout the entire time that you do this. Not to mention he's been doing it around his sides and everything, so, like, Asta's now on a, like, a time limit with this, and his best kind of line of defense, because the problem was, like, majority of the fight he wasn't able to fight properly because he was protecting the little girl. Like, he was there, like, protecting her, like, side to side, and it was only until, like, Noelle, Leo, and Fagolion finally turned up, it was like, he's actually able to go on the offensive and actually try and take out Jimmy, which, his technique, yeah, it's like, his way of getting around it is like, I'm going to spin around a lot, and I'm going to slash my swords. I believe, like, that's technically the Black Hurricane, I believe it's called. It's like, Asta does have names for his moves, but I think that's like the early prototype for the Black Hurricane. So, yeah, that's a move. That's something there, I guess, where it's just spinning around. Wouldn't suggest that works on everybody. Not just spinning around in a circle a lot. Like, it's not ideally the best strategic plan, but when you haven't got any real magic or any kind of abilities in the meantime, I guess you could just swing them around and throw them and do all this kind of shit. I mean, you've got your absorbing ability, but wouldn't advise absorbing your, like, that necromancy shit. That might be some bad, like, voodoo to, like, kind of, like, put around the area. Like, overall, I did like this episode. Like, clearly, like, we're not done with the fight yet. Like, we still got more to see of Rades and the rest of the opponents going on throughout this arc. My biggest gripe with the episode was a lot of the production in it. Like, mainly it was like, honestly, I felt it was fine with the captains and everyone else, but when it came to like Yuno's fight, and especially when I was like praising last week's episode, was like, you know, like how like the last part of it was like, oh, they really upped the ante, like that looked really gorgeous. Then I was like kind of hoping to see some more of that beautiful like kind of like animation that I was hoping to see, but generally a lot of it was really stiff, especially with Asta. The one bit I noticed the most, it was like there were still shots that they fucking used and just had these effects go off, which I thought honestly that looked really bad, like going through there, like clearly, like again, this is stuff as well that we're talking about the TV run here, and I know all of these issues will be completely fixed, or at least slightly adjusted on a Blu-ray run, and especially when you do compare them from like the Blu-rays, I've seen like how the first Blu-rays for like Black Clover look compared to like the TV run, and I will say they do look a lot fucking better. So I'll at least say they will be fixed, but then again, this is a review on the TV series at the moment, so I will say I do hope that it's like that isn't a thing that continues happening, because that did look really bad. Like, then again, I still don't think it's as bad as Mars's CGI. I still think that's probably the worst looking thing I've seen in the series so far. I thought it was really clunky and really bad looking CGI that we've had, but that kind of was like, oh, they really ran out of time here, but they added the effects though. I don't know, I think I appreciate a little bit more that they did that with the effects, because I don't know what I would have hated more, just a plain still effect or what they did with it, but it didn't look great, like, regardless. There were a couple of shots here and there that I was like, oof, that's not looking too good, or, like, the zombies, like, moving around in the same, like, fucking animation. I noticed it, like, 2 or 3 times, where it's like, they are moving in the exact same animation of just, but the characters need to still be talking, so they just got those couple of frames, and then they did it for another scene, and they flipped the fucking zombies, and they did the same. It's like, yeah, no, you could definitely tell, like, some of the stuff there going on, but then again, like overall, it's like, I liked what the episode entailed. I just think that like, the production stuff did just take it down a little bit for me, and I kind of hope that, you know, we get it for some of the more better moments. I really hope that's the case on there. But overall, like, I thought, yeah, I enjoyed the episode a lot. I like a lot of the characters, especially with next week, we're going to be seeing a little bit more of the Crimson Lions, like, especially, I think, out of all of the, like, the Magic Knights and all that, like, apart from the Black Wolves, I really like the Crimson Lions a lot, and you'll see as well, if you're a reader of the manga as well, why I like the Crimson Lions a lot, because they are fucking badasses, so I cannot wait to see more of them. But overall, yeah, like, I enjoyed the episode. I'm very curious to see what you guys think in the comment section down below. That's all from me, though. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.